I'm Richard Halsted, standing outside the AMC Showplace Classic 12 in beautiful Bloomington, Indiana. These are Richard Halsted's movie reviews. The Haunted Mansion, 2023. In a word, it's a stinker. It's a bomb. And I gotta say, I was looking forward to it because my favorite Disney World ride, even my favorite ride of all time, even more than the Jaws ride, King Kong ride, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, Kumba, you name it, my number one ride is the Haunted Mansion. Let's start off my experience. At the behest of my friend Tyler, I decided to give it one more shot with this Ninja Turtle Icy. So I ordered one last kid pack with cookie dough bites. Got there. It was about 5 minutes late. I was finishing up a video for my other channel. And I was supposed to pick it up at 5:40 or 4:40, and I was there at 4:45. And by then they had already thrown it away. And every time I've been there, it's never been ready. I had to go up to the counter to get my kids' pack I order online, and it's never sitting there in the waiting area. But the guy was like, "I packed it," and then the girl was like, "Oh, my bad. I threw that out." After 5 minutes, that's wasteful. I'm really hoping they didn't throw out the cookie dough bites. They just put them back in the fridge because they keep the cookie dough bites in the fridge, and that really takes it to the next level. It's delicious. I'm starting to have a bit of an eating problem. Scarfed down Taco Bell today before I went. You might get to see me turn fat again on this channel after my weight loss journey, but I hope not. But I got that $5 reward because I bought so many kids packs, so my next kid pack is only going to be $4.60. I plan on getting it when I go see Mission Impossible for the next review. But anyway, I love a Saturday night movie. Love the crowd. Let's get a quick shot of that broken Ninja Turtle Icy machine. Okay, so I walk into the theater without my Ninja Turtle Icy. Even the Coke Icy machine was down for a minute, and the blue Icy machine, and they came back on, but the Ninja Turtle Icy, I think there's a conspiracy. It's just liquid. And that's all I've seen it as. But anyway, maybe it's very popular. Since I was at 5, I usually show up about 10 minutes early. I got there right as soon as the preview started. I wasn't able to secure my favorite seat in the very back of the auditorium. There's a platonic male and female in their 20s sitting there. But I got the next seat under. I say platonic because they had one seat separating them. So I thought, well, if I sit in front of them, in front of that seat that's separating them, I won't block their view. Little did I know, I got caught up in that aura, in that vortex of their tension. Whatever tension they had was in that seat I was sitting in front of, and it was bouncing onto my root chakra, my crown chakra, and I could feel the tension. And about 2 aisles ahead of me, there was a ginger family. It was completely out of control, texting, talking out loud, getting out of their seats. It's like the O'Doyle family from Billy Madison. They're just really getting in my boundaries. And I just felt overwhelmed and claustrophobic, and there was a lot of people in there, and I was just surrounded. So I nervous ate that damn kids pack. Probably 5 minutes into the movie, I was done with it. Cookie dough bites, everything. So I go get another icy. I check and see if the Ninja Turtle icy is working. It's not, but I got another icy, and I decide I'm not going to let this happen twice. I'm going to sit in the front of the movies. I'm going to sit not in the very front seat, that's crazy, just the front area, the back seat of the front area. There was one member of the horror community sitting at the front of the auditorium area. He was wearing a Creepshow shirt, so I guess he was a member of the horror community. Anyway, movie starts off with a disenchanted, embittered ghost hunter in New Orleans. And I was excited about the whole New Orleans flavor. I was born in the Mislu area. I got family there. I love that New Orleans vibe. So I was like, oh, this is cool. I'd say that first 5 minutes introducing us to New Orleans was the only part of the movie that was actually in New Orleans. The rest of it was probably on a sound stage. Skip to Rosario Dawson and her son are moving into the Haunted Mansion. Then it has one little effect with a knight chasing them off, and we get the title screen, Haunted Mansion. Goes back to the ghost hunter. He gets hired because he invented some kind of camera that captures ghosts. So he gets hired for a bunch of money to investigate the Haunted Mansion. He doesn't even believe in ghosts, so he goes in there and says it's all in your mind. Then the ghosts follow him back to his house. And we realize that the ghosts followed Rosario Dawson when she left the Haunted Mansion when she first moved in. So they're all stuck having to stay in this Haunted Mansion, and they're going to be haunted wherever they go. Very lazily written dialogue. Great cast. We got Rosario Dawson, Luke Wilson, Danny DeVito, brief Winona Ryder cameo, Jamie Lee Curtis. All the ingredients to a good film, but it could have been straight to Disney Plus as far as I'm concerned. The effects in the 2003 Eddie Murphy Haunted Mansion were better than this. All it was like people in costumes with like a blue glow around them, and sometimes you could see bones, and they were kind of translucent. The 2003, the last 15 minutes of it were good. It was like being on the ride. I was hoping for a true phantasmagoria, just all ghosts all the time, but there was ghosts about an hour into the movie for about 10 minutes, and then ghosts for about 2 hours in the movie for about 5 minutes. And that's it. All the rest was stupid dialogue and stupid little meh humor. And I heard a lot of forced laughter in the audience, but I probably laughed. I laughed only one time, something that Luke Wilson said, or Owen Wilson, whoever it was. So I can't recommend it. I give it a 3.5 to 4 out of 10. It's really that bad. And I'm not a Disney hater. I love Disney. Not one of those people that think they have some kind of woke agenda and it's ruining them or whatever. I think they spread themselves too thin. I think they bought... It was like when the WWF bought the WCW and the ECW. As soon as Disney bought Star Wars, Marvel, and Bart Simpson, they just spread themselves too thin. And it got lost in the sauce. It's been homogenized. And they need to restart all over again. Because what they're doing right now ain't cutting it. But at the end of the movie, I said, screw it. I decided I'm gonna try this Ninja Turtle slushie, even in its liquid form, non-frozen form. So I got a little squirt of it, and it was damn good. So I look forward to my next movie and finally getting to taste that Ninja Turtle slushie. Enjoy some B-roll footage of Saturday night at the movies, baby. Doesn't get better than that. Saturday night movie feeling energy. You feel it? It's in the air. Let's see. Time Crisis 4 still not working.